the War of the Roses ended, and Henry VII was crowned king, starting the Tudor period. Uncertain that he would be safe as king after the country had been torn apart by bloody conflict for nearly 100 years, and with wars over who should rule, Henry made several moves to stabilize England. He married Elizabeth of York, thereby uniting the houses of Lancaster and York, in the hopes that the Yorkists would no longer desire to kill him. The Tudor Rose, a combination of the roses of Lancaster and York, became the new badge. Following so many years of costly war, Henry VII realized he was king of a country that had no money, very little law and order, and was facing the threat of being invaded by the Spanish. Henry married off his daughter, Margaret, to James IV of Scotland, and his eldest son, Arthur, to Catherine of Aragon, the daughter of the Spanish king, to strengthen relations with the two countries. Despite not having any experience, Henry was able to restore the financial stability of England by getting as much money as he could from royal land and by implementing a tighter tax collection system for the nobles. He also kept the same talented advisors for the majority of his reign. Henry also focused on restoring law and order in England, and to this end he used justices of the peace on a large scale and who were appointed for every shire for a year at a time. Their chief task was to ensure the law of the land was obeyed. Acts of Parliament had to be overseen by the Justices of the Peace, and by 1509, they were the key law enforcers for Henry VII. Surprisingly, the Justices of the Peace were unpaid. The office was seen as one of local influence and prestige by the local gentry, so they were happy to serve. In 1502, Henry's oldest son, Arthur, died suddenly from illness, which made his younger son, Henry, heir apparent. When Henry VII died in 1509, his son was crowned Henry VIII.